Your car is slowly falling apart right now, and NHTSA data proves it. About 12% of all vehicles have at least one tire underinflated by 25% or more. In 2023, 646 people died in tire-related crashes. NHTSA estimates tire failure causes 11,000 accidents every year. You probably have a pressure number in your head from a mechanic, parent, or the internet. There's a very good chance it's wrong for your vehicle. I'm about to show you exactly why generic tire pressure advice is costing you money and safety, backed by research you can verify yourself. Where did you learn your tire pressure number? According to a 2009 NHTSA study, about 28% of light vehicles on our roadways run with at least one underinflated tire. That's more than 1 in 4 cars. The problem isn't that drivers don't care, it's that they're following outdated advice never designed for their specific vehicle. Decades ago, tire shops needed a fast solution for servicing dozens of cars daily. They picked a middle ground number that wouldn't immediately cause problems. Not optimal, not engineered, just a convenient shortcut. That shortcut became tradition, and eventually everyone started treating this compromise as actual standard advice. But while this lazy standard spread everywhere, cars kept evolving. Vehicles became heavier with more technology, suspensions got sophisticated requiring precise calibration, tires grew wider with different compounds demanding specific pressure ranges. Everything changed except the advice people kept repeating. And if you think you can just trust the number printed on your tire sidewall, you need to understand what that number actually means. Most drivers see those bold numbers molded into the rubber and assume that's the recommended pressure. But that assumption is completely backwards. The number on your sidewall isn't a recommendation, it's a maximum safety limit. That number represents the absolute maximum pressure that specific tire can handle before structural failure becomes likely. It exists to prevent the tire from exploding, not to tell you what your car needs. 2 tires can look identical but have completely different maximum pressure ratings. One brand might show 44 psi while another shows 51 psi. That doesn't mean one is better or that your car suddenly needs different pressure. It just means those tires are built differently inside. Your car's weight distribution doesn't transform just because you bolt on a different tire brand. So what happens when you ignore proper specifications? Start with fuel economy. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, underinflated tires lower gas mileage by 0.3% for every 1 psi drop. If your tires are 5 psi low, you're losing 1.5% fuel efficiency. Oak Ridge National Laboratory found tires at 75% pressure reduced fuel economy by 2 to 3%. At 50% pressure, fuel consumption jumped 5 to 10%. The DOE estimates 3.56 million gallons of gas are wasted daily in the U.S. from incorrect tire pressure. The real danger is in crash statistics. Research from the National Motor Vehicle Crash Causation Survey found 9% of 5,470 crashes involved tire problems. NHTSA's study shows vehicles with tires underinflated by more than 25% are 3 times more likely to be in crashes related to tire problems. This was direct correlation, not random chance. According to the Rubber Manufacturers Association, underinflation is the leading cause of tire failure. Low pressure makes sidewalls flex excessively. That flexing generates heat, breaking down internal structure. Rubber degrades, fabric layers separate, steel belts snap. This happens inside where you can't see it. The outside may look fine, but the structure is compromised and heading toward failure. Continental Tire studied over 1.1 million tires and found approximately 39% of steer tires and 34% of drive tires were underinflated. This affects roughly 1/3 of all vehicles. Improper pressure creates specific wear patterns. Underinflation makes outer edges wear fast while centers look new. This is documented by Firestone, Jiffy Lube, and Tires Plus. Overinflation does the opposite, wearing down the center while edges look unused. Once these patterns set in, they're permanent. That tire is compromised for life. Uneven wear reduces traction. NHTSA found tire-related crashes at 2.4% with full tread versus 26% at worn depth of 0 to 2/32 inch. Even at 3 and 4/32 inch depth, tire problems occurred 3 times more often. Temperature massively impacts pressure. For every 10 degrees Fahrenheit change, tire pressure changes 1 to 2 psi. This is based on the ideal gas law. A 50-degree seasonal temperature drop means losing about 5 psi. Tire Rack tested 2 tires set at 35 psi. The shaded tire reached 36.5 psi as temperature rose. The tire in direct sunlight hit 40 psi. That's 5 psi gain in one day from sun exposure. Your morning warning light isn't a malfunction. It's accurate reporting of overnight pressure drop. Even driving changes pressure. Testing shows air pressure increases approximately 1 psi every 5 minutes for the first 20 minutes. Check after driving and your tires will be several psi lower once cool. This is why specifications reference cold tire pressure, meaning parked for at least 3 hours or driven less than a mile. Find correct pressure inside your driver's door jamb. A sticker contains exact specifications engineers calculated for your vehicle, accounting for weight distribution, suspension, brakes, and load capacity. Open your door, look at the door frame. You'll see a white or yellow sticker with tire information showing front and rear pressures, tire size, and load limits. That's your single source of truth. Different front and rear numbers are logical. Most cars aren't balanced evenly. The engine and transmission sit in front, changing load per tire. Front tires often need higher pressure for additional weight. These differences balance handling. Follow the numbers exactly as listed. Here's the process. Locate your door sticker and note pressures. Get a quality digital gauge, $15 to $30 from a reputable brand. Don't trust gas station gauges. Check tires first thing in the morning or after 3 hours parked. Remove valve cap. Press gauge firmly on valve stem until you get a stable reading with no hissing. Compare to door sticker. Add air if low, release some if high. Repeat for all 4 tires. Replace valve caps. Do quick visual inspection. This prevents thousands in premature wear, improves safety, and saves fuel money. NHTSA data shows properly inflated tires extend tire life by 4,700 miles. Yet only 19% of consumers properly inflate tires. 4 out of 5 drivers waste money from a 5-minute monthly task. About TPMS. Since 2008, new vehicles must have systems that alert when pressure drops 25% below recommended. NHTSA shows TPMS reduces severe underinflation by 55.6%. Only 5.7% of TPMS vehicles had severely underinflated tires versus 23.1% without TPMS. However, TPMS only alerts at dangerous levels. If tires are 10 or 15% low, no warning. Use TPMS as supplement, not replacement for monthly checks. Research makes this clear. Proper tire pressure maintenance is simple, but consequences of ignoring it are severe. 646 deaths per year from tire crashes. 11,000 accidents annually from tire failure. 3.56 million gallons wasted daily. 1 in 4 vehicles with severely underinflated tires. All from neglecting a 5-minute monthly task requiring a $15 gauge. Check monthly when cold. Use door sticker specifications, not generic numbers. Adjust each tire exactly. Recheck when seasons change. If this information helped you understand tire pressure properly or taught you something that could save you money and keep you safer, hit that like button so more people can find this information. Share this with anyone who drives because most people genuinely don't know these facts. Subscribe so you don't miss future videos on car maintenance topics that actually matter. And drop a comment telling me what country you're watching from because I'm curious how tire pressure awareness varies around the world. I'll see you in the next one.